Welcome to Truck and Travel. I'm Derek. Today on Truck and Travel, I go through a bunch of crap and put it together for the air compressor. I'm going to farmer rig some stuff on it. What's going on, everybody? Okay, I also want to mention this past week we had several issues. We had a load that got canceled, but that kind of worked out for the better just because I was having issues with the trailer. Monday, the air compressor stopped working completely, but also while the truck and trailer was going through Indianapolis, the rough roads over there shook off a part off the trailer, and that part was a cover that was underneath the trailer that covers up the wiring for the center three red lights. Well, anyways, when that came off, it ripped the wire that goes to the right side turn signal and brake lights, and then it was dragging on the road. So I had to pull over in Indianapolis in a bad area just to try to MacGyver strap the piece down, because there's also a cord going through like a hole, and that's how it was being drug. It was being held up by a wire. So had to MacGyver that, and then 10 miles down the road was a truck stop. I got some wire there and I wired it up for the moment so that way the right side turn signals worked. Delivered the load, came back home. Luckily the next day load was canceled because too much going on with the trailer. You'll see in the video I'm taping up some wires. That's from that incident. And then one of the center three red lights was missing. Had to get a new one of those. All kinds of fun stuff. The trailer is currently at a local person's house right now, and they're going to weld that piece back on. Hopefully it's better than how it came from Load Trail. And then all the attachments I'm adding for the air compressor is just for if I get in a situation where the air compressor stops working, or if I have a flat tire. We do have a air compressor ordered, and it's supposed to get here this weekend. That costs a couple $100, and all the fittings and all that crap I had to buy for the trailer was over $100. Around like $130 for the brake lights, tape, and all that kind of crap. And then the loss of not being able to run Thursday and Friday, that really hurt a lot, and potentially over the weekend. But so yeah, the week started out really good, started out great, but I'm pretty sure we ended up making less than $2,000 this week. And then you got all the expenses, so that really hurt. So it was like the week was looking great, but then we got hit with all these situations. It's always something. When it rains, it pours. Okay, I also want to throw this in there because this was another wrench that got thrown into our gears. We did a load back at the end of November, and the load was supposed to pay $1,350. Well, we used a factoring company for that. The factoring company paid us, but the factoring company has still not yet been paid. And the factoring company that we're with, how they work is if they don't get paid, they end up taking it back after a certain amount of time. Well, I think it's been 100 days or more since then. That person never paid them, that company. We tried calling yesterday. I think even our dispatcher tried calling. Like, I tried calling several different numbers at several different times. So did Cinnamon, and I think even our dispatcher tried too. So now our factoring company, every time we're turning in paperwork for loads, they're going to keep 30% plus the regular percentage. So it's like, I don't know, 33 almost. So we're looking at 33% of whatever we get now. So that way they can cover their butt on the money that they're losing out. So that's another problem we have this week. We had a load, our first load of this week was supposed to pay $1,150. Well, after it was all said and done, we only got like, I think, $800 and some from that. And that was the first load, and the second load wasn't paying that much. So we probably got less than $1,500 this week gross. And then you got fuel, food, all this other crap. It's going to be a rough few weeks. We're going to try our best to do what we can. So yeah, that's life of a hotshot. Alright guys, so currently this line goes from the air compressor to this gauge right here. And what I want is like a quick release on this, so that way it's easier to put alcohol in here. And then also I want something like this, an air valve, so that way if I am stuck somewhere and my air compressor is not working, I can use like a tire pump to pump it up. I did have it on the tank, but I decided that it was not fun to crawl in oil and crap on the ground at the fuel pump, so I'm gonna put this baby right there so I can stay on my feet and off my back. Oh boy. This one piece, I don't know if you can see this, but right here covers up the wires back there. It's supposed to for these 3 lights from the weather and all that, and it came off while I was going down the highway in Indianapolis, and it cut this wire right here, so I had to buy 3 wires from the truck stop and do a patch job just to be, so I could be legal. Piece of metal was probably tack welded horribly or something, not too well, because this trailer is not even a year old, so I'm not too happy about that. Right now I'm taping up the wires, and then I'm going to try to secure this safely, or at least safer than what they had it. And then yeah, I got to replace one of the center lights there, one of the red center lights, and one of the other turn signals, because I think it stopped working during the whole problem. So yeah, not too happy about that. Alright, and if at all possible, make sure you use a good name brand electrical tape. I was using some cheap brand from the truck stop, which I forgot. I had the good stuff, so hopefully I don't have to redo this, but maybe I'll go ahead and use the good tape to tape over the entire thing again, just to be safe. It's like 30 degrees out and it ripped on me, so that I don't feel good about that. Alright guys, this light wasn't working here because these prongs were bent from the cord getting ripped. I tried to bend this one back, which, you know, once you bend metal, it's really weak. And of course that prong broke off. Luckily, I did buy another light. I'm not going to use this one because this light is still good. I'm just going to use the harness that it came with and keep the other one as a spare, so that way the pattern of LEDs match up. So that's what I went ahead and did, was figure out the correct color to color, and then I'm just buttoning it up right now. Alright guys, we got a little bit more done. Let's see what we got here. We got this hose back on there. We got a quick release, female and a male right here, and then got a quick release over here. Got a T right there. So that's what's different, because before this was going straight to the compressor. So that'll be nice too. Maybe be able to put some fluid in there right away instead of trying to deal with wrenching it in the cold. Alright, got a little bit more going on here. Check this guy out. So I can hold this in one hand, and then I can pump it up with the other hand, and then I can watch the gauge right here. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to make my life a lot easier. Pretty cool. Alright guys, I had to crawl underneath to do this last part. Ended up putting a quick release right there on the tank. There was a plug right here, but I decided I wanted to do a quick release, so that way if I needed to fill up the truck tires or the trailer tires, I could try to use this air compressor. The dealership I bought this from highly recommended I did not do this, but I want it as a safety net because I feel like there's going to be times where I might need it and there's nothing around, because I've been in that situation before. It hasn't been real bad, but, well, bad enough. And so I feel good about this. And I also farmer rigged this guy up. It's a cap right there. I just wanted to put something right in here so that way dirt and debris doesn't get in there. So There you go. There's the finished product. Hopefully this is okay there. I don't know. Pretty anxious to see if anything leaks. It's pretty weird looking. Not trying to win awards, just trying to farmer rig it so she works good, and I'm ready. You know what I mean? Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and seeing this little project I did. Let me know down in the comments down below what you think, or something I should add, or something I should have done, or if you think it was a good idea. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and hit the bell button for alerts, because we might have videos again like this, or vlogs, whatever. And hit a thumbs up. If you don't like it, share it with somebody you hate. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. See you. Alright, I like the idea of that. Hear me out. The reason why I like it is because the wintertime, this baby's already jacked up. In the wintertime, you throw some winter tires on there. Of course, you're gonna have to get different rims, but you throw some winter tires on that bad boy, oh dang, you'll go through some areas that some pickup trucks can't go through. That thing's got to be as high off the ground as this truck or higher. Well done, my friend, well done.